Welcome to our Bible study series. Today we delve into a powerful story from the Gospel of Mark. Chapter 5. It's a dramatic account of Jesus' authority over the spiritual realm. Story of a tormented man's liberation and a community's surprising reaction. Let's explore the story of the man possessed by a legion of demons. Verse 1. Jesus and his followers came to the other side of the sea, to the country of the Gerasenes. This opening verse sets the scene. Jesus is intentionally crossing into Gentile, or non-Jewish territory. This journey itself is a statement, showing that his mission of healing and salvation is not limited to the people of Israel, but extends to all of humanity. Verse 2. He got out of the boat. At once a man came to him from among the graves. This man had a demon. Immediately upon arrival, Jesus is confronted by a man whose condition is dire. He lives among the tombs, a place considered unclean and isolated from society. This detail emphasizes his complete separation from community and life itself, living in a place of death. Verse 3. He lived among the graves. No man could tie him, even with chains. This verse highlights the supernatural power controlling the man. Human strength and methods, represented by chains, are completely useless against this force. It establishes the severity of his bondage and the hopelessness of his situation from a human perspective. Verse 4. Many times he had been tied with chains on his feet. He had broken the chains, as well as the irons from his hands and legs. No man was strong enough to keep him tied. We get a clearer picture of the man's immense, unnatural strength. The community had tried repeatedly to restrain him for his own safety and theirs, but the demonic power within him was too great. He was utterly uncontrollable. Verse 5. Night and day he was among the graves and in the mountains. He would cry out and cut himself with stones. This is a heartbreaking description of his constant torment. His life is one of perpetual agony, both physically and spiritually. The demonic force drives him to self-harm, showing its destructive and cruel nature. He is a man in ceaseless pain with no rest. Verse 6. When the man with the demon saw Jesus a long way off, he ran and worshipped him. This is a pivotal moment. Despite the demonic presence, something within the man recognizes Jesus' divine authority. The act of running and worshiping is complex, as both the demon acknowledging higher power and perhaps the man's own spirit crying out for deliverance. Verse 7. The man spoke with a loud voice and said, "What do you want with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? I ask you in the name of God, do not hurt me." The demon speaks through the man, and it's terrified. It correctly identifies Jesus as the Son of the Most High God, a title acknowledging his divine authority. The demon's plea not to be tormented reveals that it knows it is powerless before Jesus and anticipates judgment. Verse 8. At the same time, Jesus was saying, "Come out of the man, you demon." This shows Jesus' immediate and compassionate command. Before the demon even finishes speaking, Jesus is already acting to free the man. His simple, authoritative command, "Come out," demonstrates his absolute power over the spiritual realm. Verse 9. Jesus asked the demon, "What is your name?" He said, "My name is Many, for there are many of us." Jesus' question isn't for his own information, but to reveal the true extent of the man's oppression. The name Legion, which means many, was a Roman military term for a unit of several thousand soldiers. This reveals the man was possessed by a vast number of demons, making his deliverance all the more miraculous. Verse 10. The demons asked Jesus not to send them out of the country. The demons try to negotiate, and they are territorial and want to continue their destructive work in that region. Their request shows they are subject to Jesus' authority and cannot act without his permission. Verse 11. There were many pigs feeding on the mountainside. This detail is significant because pigs were considered unclean animals in Jewish law. The presence of a large herd suggests this was a Gentile area where raising pigs was a common livelihood. Verse 12. The demons asked him, saying, "Send us to the pigs that we may go into them." The demons would rather inhabit animals than be sent into the abyss, the place of judgment they fear. This desperate plea further underscores their submission to Jesus' power. They need a host to continue their existence in the physical world. Verse 13. Then Jesus let them do what they wanted to do. So they went into the pigs. The pigs ran fast down the side of the mountain and into the sea and died. Verse 14. The men who cared for the pigs ran fast to the town and out to the country, telling what had been done. People came to see what had happened. Pig herders, having witnessed this incredible and financially devastating event, become messengers. Their report brings the local community out to see the evidence for themselves. The news spreads rapidly, drawing a crowd. Verse 15. They came to Jesus and saw the man who had had the demons. He was sitting with clothes on and in his right mind. The men were afraid. The townspeople witness a stunning transformation. The man who was once a wild, naked, and dangerous outcast is now calm, clothed, and perfectly sane. This radical change is the true miracle, but instead of rejoicing, their primary reaction is fear. The power Jesus displayed was unsettling to them. Verse 16. Those who had seen it told what had happened to the man who had had the demons. They told what had happened to the pigs. The eyewitnesses confirmed the entire story, connecting the man's miraculous healing with the destruction of the pigs. The community now has the full account of what transpired. Verse 17. Then they asked Jesus to leave their country. This is a shocking and tragic response. Faced with the incredible healing of a tormented man, the community is more concerned with the loss of their pigs and the disruptive power Jesus represents. They prioritize their economic stability and comfort over the presence of God among them, and they ask him to leave. Verse 18. Jesus got into the boat. The man who had had the demons asked to go with him. As Jesus prepares to depart, the liberated man wants to follow him. This is a natural response of gratitude and devotion. He wants to stay with the one who saved him from a living nightmare. Verse 19. Jesus would not let him go, but said to him, "Go home to your own people. Tell them what great things the Lord has done for you. Tell them how he had pity on you." Jesus gives the man a new mission. Instead of following him physically, he is to become the first missionary to his own Gentile community. His transformed life is the most powerful testimony. He is to be a living witness to God's power and mercy. Verse 20. The man went his way and told everyone in the land of Decapolis what great things Jesus had done for him. All the people were surprised and wondered. The man obeys. He becomes a powerful evangelist in the region of the Decapolis, a group of 10 Gentile cities. His story, told from his own experience, caused everyone to marvel. The seed of the gospel was planted in a Gentile region through his powerful testimony. I love reading your comments, so let me know how you love Jesus. I will pray for you every day. Search for Jesus at Harold Swanee for the complete library of my Bible study videos. Thank you and God bless.